Hey, everybody, this is Perch. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. They used to be fun. I mean, I look at conspiracy theories kind of fondly, like the person in the office who had the "Truth Is Out There" poster that was a corporate product from Fox, from the X-Files, but also signified that you were a unique individual who was into different things. That's a great mind fuck that they used to do. Um, anyway. Uh, I used to love conspiracy theories. They're kind of tiring now. And one of the reasons why they're tiring is because by and large they're dumb. There's just no better way to put it. No other thing. And I'm going to offend a bunch of people with this video who have just sucked the Kool-Aid dick for so long. So I'm sorry for that. Sorry for that metaphor, but it gets exhausting. It's like the ESG stuff. The vast majority of people who talk about ESGs are morons. I'm sorry. I know some of these people are people you love. They go and they're like, but yeah, no, they're idiots. They don't know what ESG actually means or stand for or the point. And it's not the case. I can tell you, I've sat in meetings with people talking about ESGs, and they're not like, okay, we got to get 45% gay in this room, or no, that's not how it works. It's not how the fund works at all. Hell, even Fox News has recently backed away from some of the ESG reporting and admitted that I exaggerated a few things. Now, Fox doesn't admit anything. I mean, like it'd be like CNN or MSNBC going. Anyway, I don't need to go down that path. Or regardless, you're going to believe what you're going to believe. But this person writing in has basically a conspiracy theory that they want to. So let's get it. I like how the mail starts out antagonistic and hot. I always like that. Hey, Perch, one thing you don't get. All right, lay it on me. What is one thing I do not get? Why people like Arby's? You are correct, sir. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Okay. Hey, Perch, one thing you don't get is that the woke agenda, God, yeah, the woke agenda and the influence of changing people's mind through social engineering is not only alive and well, but the dominant force in all media worldwide. That's a mouthful. I've heard you and others recently talk about how profit at the end of the day rules, but you are sadly wrong. I don't blame you. You're old. Fuck. I don't blame you. You're old, and I'm sure misled. But let me tell you what is actually going on. Any product, TV show, comic that isn't full woke is only that way to trick people into buying it and thus get conned into getting more of their, more of their Satan-driven liberal agenda down the road. If there's a good comic, I don't trust it. In fact, I hate it more because I know it's just a con to get me to spend money. I don't expect you to believe this because you suck off corporate comics with almost every video you do. But hopefully some of your readers will hear my mail. That is, if you have the balls to read it. Fair enough. There you go. All right, I had the balls to read it. I admit, by letting this person's mail on the air, I have definitely diluted myself, my brand, and that guy's shown me. I look. I look. I don't even know. Look, none of this is true. None of it. I'm sorry. It's not true. I understand if it makes people feel like they're fighting a more valiant fight, with the idea that there is an enemy force out there who's intentionally making shit comics in order to fuck you over. I understand it. It sounds noble. It sounds noble to be wrapped up in all that. But that's stupid. The reason why comics at times suck is because, there's no money in it. Because the people that are getting paid to write this stuff, are being paid bottom dollar because they don't care to actually spend real money to get real talented people on it. That's what's going on. the majority of the time. Marvel does not sit around a table and go, all right, how can we get everybody to love trans people? That is not a meeting that takes place. Now, absolutely, I believe that what happens is people sit around and go, okay, there's no money in this. I want to get some of my friends. I mean, look, the culture, put it this way. If you walk into the mall, if you still do that, and you go into Hot Topic, what you will not find in Hot Topic is like a 50-year-old, buttoned up guys in a dress shirt with a tie, going, here I am here to help you. You're not going to find that person there. Now, if you go down the little mall aisle and you go to, say, I don't know, Nordstrom or Macy's, and you go to the men's suit department, you will find those people. You will not find the 20-year-old, girl who's got the very kind of ill-conceived nose ring and bad blue-haired job and a weird neck tat. You will find her in Hot Topic. She likely has, pronouns of she, them, it. I don't know. You will not find her down the hall in Nordstrom selling men's suits. Why? Because that's the clientele that they're looking to attract, and that's the people who are hired to be there. It becomes a self-feeding prophecy after a while. That's just what exists. In Marvel and DC, a lot of comics, this is a kind of a hard pill, I think, to swallow. But a lot of these media companies, the people who are working there, are probably not like you. Probably as far away from you as it gets. If you're somebody who grew up with comics in the '80s and went out and got a family, a husband or a wife, and have some kids and live in the suburbs and have fond memories of reading the Avengers when you were a kid, and you kept collecting comics because you got yourself a job and you enjoyed doing that, and that's what you've done. Or maybe you don't have a wife and a husband, and maybe instead you live on your own and everything else. You have your own deal, but you enjoy comics because that was, again, something you liked when you were younger and you kept collecting. Guess what? People at those companies are not like you. People at the companies are probably younger than you are in a lot of cases. Probably, just came to it for a very different place. And so when an editor goes to, get a comic made or, hire a team to do it, they typically hire people that look like them, that are friends like them, that are interested in the same things as them. They also look to, get nice, wins on social media because for whatever fucking reason, they think that's important. The people actually believe that, I don't know, getting some likes on Twitter is going to, for whatever reason, get them into the right social circle of poverty or whatever the fuck it is. And so they will hire people like that to write the comics. Do the people need to really know what the comics are about? Do they need to know Marvel lore or continuity or what the storyline is? Did they read the important runs of the characters? No, they didn't do any of those things because, fuck it, that's not important to a lot of the people who are doing the hiring, which is awful. What can you say about that? To me, that is damning. Right there, the fact that people are getting hired via nepotism or because somebody wants to make friends with some other person on social media or because they were beaten as a child or had no dad or who knows what the reason is, but broken people hire broken people. There's a lot of good people in comics too. I'm definitely not saying that all the people in comics are broken by a stretch of the imagination, but the person who is ranting about not understanding, what money is, or, or talking about, beating everyone with a bat, that's not a well-adjusted person. Like, can we stop pretending that is like, this is a legitimate, interesting voice to pay attention to, respect, admire, who knows what it takes to write heroes and good stories? No, this person's a loon. Everybody knows it. Everybody can see it. These are broken people. And that's a lot of the people who've made their way into comics because comics doesn't have a lot of money in it. If it had more money in it, then there'd be a lot more at stake. A lot more of kind of the corporate management would pay more attention and go, you know what, we can't have these loons writing comics because, we're gonna cut off our own amount of dollar. We're gonna, if somebody comes in and has some talent but seems a little bit depressed or edgy or suicidal or prone to bad instincts, we're gonna Give that person some mentorship. We're going to make sure they don't get off on the wrong track. You do that when you have a thriving business. When you have a dumpster fire of a business, then you get what you got. That's where it's at. But this idea that, let's every now and then trick the normies by making a big comic so that we can slip in a big woke trans agenda, that is crazy talk. That's going too far. You have swallowed the conspiracy too far. You're no longer thinking logic. I understand that, being evil and being smart do not have to go hand in hand. There can be plenty of evil, stupid people. You see them everywhere, mostly working at Arby's. But you see these people all over the place. But to say that everything is a three-dimensional chess trick is crazy. It's giving these people too much credit. I'm sorry. The person who goes, I one day I woke up and teeth fell out of my mouth because systemic racism and capitalism. That person is a moron. It will help if we stop treating these people like they are somehow, masters of evil with very clever plots. They're not. They're dumb as hell. Don't give your enemies power that they don't deserve, because that group does not. Again, if you want to believe this, if you want to believe that everything in life is a trick, that every single TV show or movie, I know I've seen the whole debate about Picard season 3, it's better, but we can't like it because it's all a big transy woke trick. I mean, come on. You don't have to just hate the shit out of everything. You can like things every now and then. It's okay. It actually makes the things you hate, it makes it more pure, more valuable. You understand why you hate something. You just don't run around going up the agenda all the time. To the person who wrote this mail in, you sound as insane as the people who send the night letters to me going, you say the wrong things and therefore you're one of the baddies. That is people always hate the both sides argument, but the person who sends in the complaining about comics means you're a Nazi, and the person who sends in the mail going, you won't admit it, but the only reason good things exist is to treat you into being gay one day, trick you into being gay. Those two, it is both sides. It's actually one side. Fucking crazy. That's crazy side. You could say, look, it doesn't have to be a grand, explosive conspiracy for, things in the comic industry not to suck. Plenty of things do suck. They should be fixed. We should keep struggling and fighting to fix those things and find good things. We should do that. That's a good idea. But believing crazy shit is not going to get you there. It's just not. Just going to be a miserable person. As miserable as a person eating. Well, I don't know. Thanks for writing. Thanks for listening.